How is Aaron Ramsey getting more than 100 grand a week? Mourinho is a Lone Ranger. Would you bring it to your mums? No! You don't boo the player that got his leg broken, you boo the player that flipping did it. I'm Josh Denzel, and these are the things I hate about football. You know who gets on my week? Aaron Ramsey. Like, what does he do? Like, he has a terrible game. He has 89 minutes of trash football. The ball dropped for him, like 29 yards out. He'll swing a leg at it and somehow end up in the top corner. It was the Jack Wilshere, Aaron Ramsey argument. Like, I couldn't wait for Jack Wilshere to become the greatest ever English footballer, but he let me down. And Aaron Ramsey has now gone on. He thinks he's the Welsh Messi. Like, he's so slow. He's got no skills. Like, the guy can't beat a man for love nor money, and yet he's doing Cruyffs and Rabonas on the touchline. Like, just give it to someone better than you. Aaron Ramsey scored some decent goals. Yeah, I would admit it. Yeah, there was a time when the whole FA Cup final, I think it was like 2014. Yeah, it was the first final been in 9 years. I was there. I had my flag. I was actually sat down. I was like row 9 behind the goal. I was sat down, fuming that Arsenal were getting beat by like the worst whole side ever. Like Jake Livermore in centre mid, like just a disgrace. And we have to rely on Ramsey of all people to get us out of a hole. And he's running around like he's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, it shouldn't even been a thing. It should have been like the Villa final where we just won 4-0 and that was that. He scored some decent goals. The goal against Tottenham was all right, but it doesn't stop me hating him. Can't wait till the end of the season. Just get him out. One manager who really gets on my nerves is Jose Mourinho. Like, is he like a complete genius or a complete, like, who knows? I think he's a bit of both. But when it comes to Arsenal, he caused me so much pain. I used to have like sleepless nights before. Like that first stint of Mourinho at Chelsea, like the Drogba, the Essien, like, genuinely, I used to wake up in like fits of sweat. Like, imagine him versus Fabianski. Oh, terrible times. Like, he pushed Wenger. You know, there was a time I didn't like Wenger, but you can't be pushing Wenger around. I did enjoy the fact that he pissed off Alex Ferguson. But apart from that, he's just a cheat, isn't he? Like, he's just a cocky cheat. He don't care about anyone else apart from himself. Like, he'd rather lose the dressing room than lose respect. Like, I don't understand him as a person. Like, you talk to players, and they're like, they either love him or they absolutely hate him. Like, some players will leave a club if they know he's even linked. Everything is a Mourinho show. Like, it's him versus the world. He puts himself on this pedestal that he can't be touched. Like, all the referees are against him, all the FA's against him, UEFA's against him, and every little win that he has is like chipping away. He's like, yeah, I've done this, I've beat the system. When really, he just does what he wants. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's poking people in the eye, firing people for absolutely no reason. You know what I mean? Who did he fired the physio at Chelsea? For what? For coming onto the pitch when he said no. I mean, he fired somebody for doing their job. That is the kind of guy that Mourinho is. He's not a boring man, but oh my gosh, ruins clubs. Turf Moor, Burnley, worst ground I've ever been to in my life. Like, imagine mid-December, I'm 18 years old. It's a Monday night, Carling Cup, and I've gone up there on the coach on the Arsenal Supporters Club. I've got my snacks. 6 hours later, we turn up. In London, it was actually mild. I get that it's snowing. I've had to put magic gloves on top of my plimp soles because I'm stood in the stands. I've got up, I've got a splinter in my arse because it's a wooden bench. It's like something you'd see at like an old disused church. That's what the seats are like at Turf Moor. Not only that, the only respite you get is obviously when you go to the concourse at half time. I'm thinking I'll get myself a little pint and a pie. So let me watch the highlights. We've got Bentner up top in pink boots. Like, there wasn't that many highlights. It was terrible. And you look up, oh, where's the TVs? There's one like, bubble TV, there's a slot for a VHS and like an extension cord about 20 feet in the air. Like, worst ground I've ever been to in my life. Never go back. I watch it on TV. I watch it on TV in my living room, in my nice sofa, cup of tea. Ain't worth it. Do you know what? Birmingham is up there with cities I really, really don't like. I've been to Sales play Villa a few times when Villa were in the Prem, and it was that the fans were a little bit tasty. I remember having a Junior Gunners hat. I was like 15, running around like a Junior Gunners bubble hat, had like a big like Gunnosaurus on the front. Pretty poor fashion choice for football. But I remember walking outside the ground. I think I was next to my dad and my mate, strolling about, thinking, oh, decent, get my little like curry sauce and chips, like, oh, day out of the football. Next thing you know, someone's yanked the bubble hat off my head and slapped me around the back of the head, and I thought, do you know, I'm never coming back to Birmingham again. My next taste of Birmingham was when we lost to them in the Carling Cup final at Wembley. I don't know who scored, the tallest player in the world. Is it Zigic? I think it is Zigic, yeah. Tallest player in the world. I think Gallas and someone from Koscielny ran into each other. I thought, do you know what? All around Birmingham, terrible vibes. Even when Birmingham aren't in Birmingham, horrible. Celebrity refs are are bad. Like Mike Dean, like, what is he doing? I think he's going to be on the next Love Island, I swear to God. I don't know what he wants from his life, but I think fame and fortune is definitely something. Like, it could be 0-0. Nothing's happening, completely nothing game, boring, wouldn't even make it onto, it'd be like last on Match of the Day, and Mike Dean wants to just get his 5 minutes of fame, and what is it, penalty from, like, listen, the ball's just like dropped in the centre circle and suddenly a penalty's been given, like, who knows? Like, he's very much like, he wants to be the star of the show, he wants to be friends with all the players, and yet, he's just a bit weird, isn't he? I think he's got a highlight reel of his like best moments. I reckon he's on YouTube right now, like Googling himself, like, Mike Dean's best bits. He might want his own show. I think he sees Howard Webb in the BT truck, you know what I mean, talking about analysis and all this. He goes, that could be me. It's like football ticket prices are mental. Like I used to go up and down the country week in, week out. Didn't miss an Arsenal game for about 2.5 years. And you can see the price of tickets steadily going up from 25 quid, 35 quid, 45 quid. It's bad news. Like ticket prices in general, like 20 is plenty. Like, please, no more.